Hi, I'm Chloe with Nubian Nurturance. I am a doula. I am a Yanni Steam Care Specialist, and I am also a naturalista. I have raised four children. Actually, my youngest is 14. My other three um, children are grown. My sons are grown. And today we are talking about nutrition in the Black community, part two. Something that I just want to talk about. I refer to it as corner store living. A lot of our kids are unhealthy because they are being fed from the corner store. Someone taught the Arabs how to fry chicken and how to make potato wedges and steak subs. I can remember my ex-husband going to the store to get these things, and the bag would be so greasy it would stain the seat in the car. Um, and that is what we are feeding our children, and we really have to get away from that corner store living. Eating those subs, those chips, those snacks, those sodas. I have gone into corner stores in the city and couldn't find water anywhere. And when I confront the owners, they say no one ever buys it. So that's why they don't stock it, which was so disheartening to me. We have to make sure our children are drinking enough water and staying away from hot dogs. They are the filthiest thing. Google them, go to YouTube, find a video on what hot dogs are made of. Ramen noodles have absolutely no nutritional value whatsoever. So those are the things that are staples in some of our homes that we really need to reconsider. We need to research on how to make healthy soul food. Um, we, as a Black people, put meat in our collard greens and cabbage and butter beans and pinto beans because we didn't have access to herbs and spices. We have access to that now. So we just have to re-teach ourselves how to cook. When I make my cabbage, I put like a hearty steak seasoning in it, like the Texas style, or something that has the big flakes of seasoning and pepper. And I either put mixed vegetables or the grated carrots, the circular ones with the ridges on them. I might be using the wrong word. And sometimes I might fry my cabbage with some olive oil or avocado oil and put some shrimp in it. There are so many things that we can do and make it healthy. That is with all of our meals. Learning how to make healthy soul food. People think that soul food is not healthy. We didn't have a choice back then, but we have choices now. We're just regurgitating our ancestors' recipes, and unfortunately, the same fate in their lives are causing some of the fates in our lives with the diabetes, the heart conditions, the high blood pressure, hypertension, things like that. So I just want to encourage you guys to learn how to make healthy soul food, to eliminate the ramen noodles, the hot dogs, the corner store living, and what we talked about in the first video, cooking for our families. I was married for 10 years, and my husband worked 3 to midnight for 6 out of those 10 years. And I would clean my kitchen after dinner, take my meat and thaw it out the freezer overnight. In the morning, I would season my meat, and sometimes when you buy your meat, you can clean it and season it and then freeze it. That will save you time when you're preparing it, and it also will help the seasons marinate in it. But at the time, I was thawing out the meat, waking up in the morning, seasoning it and throwing it in the oven. And while I was getting dressed, then I would make my sides and have my dinner done, so that even though my husband didn't have to be to work until 3, his dinner was done. As a wife, that was what I had, that was an expectation I had set for myself. And I did that. If anything, he maybe would make the biscuits or the cornbread. But if that's what he chose, he might not even wanted the bread. He probably would have ate it if I would have made it. But if it came down to him making it, he might have opted not to do that. But there were times when he wanted to eat out. There were times when I felt like he um, accidentally left his lunch. Not that I wasn't a good cook, I was an excellent cook, but he just liked to eat out. Like I said in the first video, you can't force a person to do anything, but to have that part done, that you have, held up your end of the bargain. I believe that women are responsible for the nutrition of the family, the husband, and the children. And so, what are some of the ways that you guys have thought of after seeing the first video, or even if you haven't seen the first video, go check it out if you haven't. But even if you haven't seen the first video, what are some of the things that you do that you have changed in the nutrition in your family compared to what your mother, your grandmothers, your aunts did, your neighbors, the women at the church in your community? What are some of the things that you're going to do, and or you think you're going to research, so that we can have more nutritious families? Um, Black women started taking care of their hair better and being more natural in the products that they use, and the styling solutions that they used in the last 15-20 years. And now we are looking at our nutrition. A lot of Black people are going vegan, alkaline. So, I'm feeling like after we conquered the hair, we are conquering the food, and I think the next thing we're going to conquer is our finances. Um, so this is just nutrition, things that we could do if you are a mother or thinking about being a mother, or you just are a wife, or just even for yourself, getting your body ready to become a mother. When you're on your menstrual, or if your daughter's on your menstrual, giving your females, yourself, or whoever you're taking care of, foods that are high in iron during their cycle, so that when they do become pregnant, they won't suffer with anemia. Women lose a lot of iron during our cycle, menstrual cycle. And so, eating foods that are high in iron, researching what those foods are, choosing what you like, so that during those 3 to 5 days, you're replenishing it. You may not feel it when you're not pregnant, but those are some of the things that we need to ensure so that we're not anemic during our pregnancy. So there's so many things that have been lost over the generations that we have not been taught. And that's why I want to offer this information with you, to you guys, and to start the conversation. This is Chloe. Please leave a comment. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.